Hello, I'm Jacob Frye. This is my pottery here at Gallery Hojo. This pottery is a Tasuki, traditional Tasuki shape. It's a watermelon bottom, not an indented foot. It has cochineal red. The red represents wet earth. The spiral design is cloud forming. These are a prayer for rain for all four directions, so they come from all directions. The square banners right here are cornfields. The top parts are feathers and prayers for rain too. But the top band right here represents like my future for life, like so it keeps going and that will never end. There's lots of symbology and motifs that I incorporate with historical and Tasuki potteries. If you come along on the other side, it has it's like a rainbird design also. So it has the rainbird coming around and he's praying for rain, and these are just the formations with the lightning bolt coming down. So it's a prayer for rain, and it just represents for everybody to have a long life and everything like that. So pretty much it's just a gift from me, from like the universal who I am to show. This is from New Mexico clay actually. I usually dig my own clay, but during the winter time it's pretty hard to collect and get clay and stuff because the ground's wet. So when I go to New Mexico clay, I just, it's a WLO, it's a low fire clay. I fire it at cone 6. I use a jet black. It's a commercial paint, or it's an underglaze. So I sketch the design, then I paint the black, or I'll sketch the design, I'll do all the red first, and then I'll do the black. I do different styles. I do like really like outdoor style firing pottery with beeweed and all those tools, but then I like to turn it over and do more contemporary styles with pottery. So it's kind of just how my personality or my heart's feeling with what I want to do. But I usually do traditional during the summertime, and then I'll do more contemporary during the winter time because it's just more relevant. You can work in the studio, and it's hard to do firings outside when it's snowy and wet. This is the clay body. What I'll do is after I get done sanding it and everything, I'll take the sandings and I'll make a little slip just so it seals the pot, because when you sand it, it might have like little like air bubble or like little holes in the clay, so it just helps it seal it. And then and it comes out smoother when you're polishing it with the stone. Yeah. So this pottery is a more Tasuki shape. It's got like an acorn shape. It's more traditional through just the rim and its shape, its lip and its body and the belly and everything. It's more of a V shape. It started from a upaline to where I just didn't use a puki. It started from the base up. It's done with a micaceous clay. When I'm building these, I like to think of how far I can push the bellies out to the shoulder and then make it come into the lip area. So it's a rainbow design too, and it means that these dots signify that it's alive. It's no longer just a prayer for rain. It's an actual living spirit. Each one of these is the start of a new rain cloud. This is like the start of a rainbird right here. The red bottom means we want like lots of rain. The top part of the shoulder represents the 6 directions. These are also just prayers for rain. These are clouds coming down, forming rivers right here. This is done with a Cochiti Red Slip from Avocado Hill. It is a jet black underglaze. So yeah, it's one of my favorite pots I've done. This is kind of just represents like the universe too, the swirls. This is also just the starting of a rain cloud or a water symbol. But it represents the universe too, how it all forms together, like the Milky Way and our galaxy and stuff. So I like to think of that when I'm making pottery. It's just not for me, it's for everybody, for the whole world. So this is another Tasuki style pottery design. It's done with a micaceous white clay also. It features the same design concepts as my other pieces. It has rain clouds with rivers. It has the wet bottom with the earth. It has the real thick red band representing like that our rivers will always be full because going through such a bad drought. It also represents, it's a two-piece pot or a two-section pot, so it's like the start of a day, and then when you work throughout your day, and then the sun ends and it comes to the other side of the day. So it's sunrise to sunset, and that's what it means. So like when you're out in your cornfield working, these are cornfields. So it's just another prayer for rain, and so that the pot will always be full. That's just the shape of it. So the water won't come out of the pot. It's pretty much like another part of all the other pieces together. It's just another prayer. And it's kind of just, I've taken bits and pieces of designs from different places. It was actually a design, and then I just flipped it upside down. So instead of this being on the bottom, I put it on the top, and then just kind of designed it how I figured I wanted it to be, how I interpret it. So they all feature the life road with the break, so that our life will continue, and whoever purchases the pot, I'll give them a long life too. This is another large ula. It's more of a acorn watermelon shape. It's commercial clay. It's a commercial WLO from New Mexico clay. It's a underglazed jet black with Cochiti red. It features the same as my other pieces. I try to tie them in all together. The red bottom represents the earth being wet. It is a 4 directions pottery, praying for all rain to come to New Mexico or into the Southwest or wherever you are. The rain clouds represent the rain coming down, and then these are bee weeds, so like when it rains, that the flowers and stuff will bloom, and like when it rains, then the bee weed comes out, and then you can have pottery paint. So that's what that represents. This design is more of like a prayer too, with the feathers and stuff, and then the rain clouds with the plants growing up from it. These are clouds forming on each side of like how thunderclouds come. And it features, this one doesn't have a line break or dots, because it's just a prayer for rain. It's not an actual living pot. So I tried to like have at least one living or 2 living pots within like a series of work, so that they have people to watch over them. When I start off with a piece, I have a shape in mind. That one's like considered more of an ola shape, like a water jar shape. So when you put water in it, the water won't just escape or fall out. This one's more of like an acorn shape. I call it an acorn shape. historical center, when they had the pottery coming back from the Smithsonian, they had a lot of these shapes, so that's what got me the idea, because it's hard to come across shapes in what you're going to do. So I saw that on their flyer and I was like, wow, I really love that shape. So it's just I'm trying to bring it back in my own interpretation. This shape is more of like a membranous style shape. Just how it comes up from like a bowl and it has the sill size. That's where I got that shape from. It's a membranous shape. And then this one is more of like a large ola too, like a water jar, so the water always stays in, or a storage jar. So it's easier to put like a rock or something on the top. The bigger openings, and it's easier to like dip and get water. These ones are kind of more of like storage jars that are smaller necks and stuff. So I just always want to make sure they pop and have like really good contrast and stuff, positive and negative. I really love positive and negative design work. And red, black, and white really goes together. For some reason, it's just one of those that color combination where even in nature, when you see it, you're kind of like, wow, this is, it really stands out. I would rather incorporate a lot of different colors, but it's just how I'm feeling. I usually just try to either stick to a polychrome, meaning that it has 2 or more colors, or just a black on white style, meaning like monochromatic or whatever. So, and pretty much whatever I have in my studio and I can use, whatever paints I have, and I'll use those. Yeah, pretty much it.